Welcome to your daily lunchtime show where we catch up on current events and headlines. My name is Aurelia and this is NMH at 1. Let's start off with the incoming news for the morning. The Namibian government spends over 200 million Namibian dollars every year to procure antiretroviral medicine, according to Health Minister Dr. Kalumbi Shangula. He said this in his address at Ocho on Wednesday during the commemoration of World AIDS Day. It's now time for your daily COVID-19 update, which today looks at data about healthcare workers and quarantine. Over the 7 days up to Monday, 4 health workers tested positive for COVID-19 compared to 1 during the previous 7-day cycle. This takes Namibia's cumulative number of cases reported in this frontline group to 4,364. 2 of the new cases were reported in the Khomas region, where the overall number of new cases reported per day increased from 4 to 13 over the past 6 days. Since the start of the pandemic, 1,503 health workers have tested positive in the Windhoek district. The other 2 cases were reported in the Oshonajupa region, with the total here increasing to 267. Up next is quarantine figures. It is of note that the color key showing the total number of cases reported in each health district has had to be updated for some time due to the continued low number of new cases in Namibia. By Monday, 161 people were accommodated in official quarantine facilities compared to 169 the Monday before. This number increased to 196 on Friday, but then again started decreasing. Entries and exits slowly, significantly decreased. A total of 172 people entered quarantine facilities during the past 7-day cycle, while 180 were discharged. These figures are usually more than 200 or 300. By Thursday, 7 regions housed people in quarantines. The total for Zambezi and Karas were unchanged, while facilities in Hardap were cleared after the remaining 4 individuals in quarantine were discharged. The map data excludes people in self-quarantine. The number of people quarantined in Omusati dropped from 11 to 1, from 42 to 32 in Oshikoto, and from 8 to 6 in Erongo. The Oshonajupa region recorded 15 new entries, and in Omaheke, the total increased from 40 to 32. As per usual here at NMH at 1, we bring you a number of video news clips from across the country. The Deputy Minister of Education, Arts and Culture, Faustina Cayley, addresses the leakage of examination questionnaires. Irene Marie van der Walt was there.
The Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture has learned with great concern about an incident of a suspected leakage of some examination question papers for the October-November 2021 Namibian Senior Secondary Certificate, as I said earlier, the legacy one, grade 12, and Namibia Senior Secondary Certificate, the new curriculum, the grade 11. Consequently, 3 criminal cases have been opened with the Namibian police in the localities where these suspected cases have occurred, namely 2 cases in Ongwediva and 1 case in Ondangwa. We thank the police, the Namibian police, for their support and the swift action they have taken in this regard. Police investigation has revealed that more examination papers comprising of different subjects of the Namibian Senior Secondary Certificate, ordinary level, grade 12, as well as the revised curriculum, ordinary level, grade 11, could be also affected.
The Swapo Party Youth League SPYL Kavango East Secretary Ansel Marungu talks to Kenya Kamboe about the leakage of examination papers, which has resulted in learners having to rewrite examinations early next year.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kenya Kamboe. First of all, I need to register my disappointment on this development with regards to the leakage of examination papers. So it's a very bad development that has happened now, and I think it's for the first time that it's happening. So it really has a huge negative effect, especially on our children. We are now in the holiday. People have to go and again think that they are coming back to write examination. You see, while we were expecting our kids now, our sisters, next year to go and register for tertiary, but now they have to come back January and see. It's really a degeneration. It's going to affect the whole academic, processes. So I must say, the people that have done this criminal act need really to be punished, because for me, I think it's not a good thing at all, because it affects not only the children, but it affects all of us. Some of the kids, where they are staying now, is not their parents' houses. Maybe their parents have negotiated with some family members that resides in town to come and stay there for some time, and now they have to come back again and stay there. It's just a bad thing, actually. And
Closing off our video segments for today is the Minister of Fisheries and Marine Resources, Derek Claassen, who said that the inauguration of the Nova Nam 1 and 2 vessels in Luderitz this morning will go a long way to enriching the fisheries sector, as well as creating ample job opportunities. Elizabeth Joseph reports.
This bay will be the place where I'll be for Christmas because of this that happened. My request and my plea to all of you, everybody that listen to me speaking now, people, let's vaccinate. Let's vaccinate ourselves. What I learned about this new variant that's going around, people that are vaccinated, they don't get sick because your chances is 40% better. So why not take the chance with 40% better for you to get to get ill and sick and so on, then to not take the virus and then get severely sick. So that is my plea, Comrade Governor, to the people in the Tsaras region, to all the citizens in Namibia. That's my plea. Let's go vaccinated during to this time, to this upcoming holidays. I see our Navy forces here. I observe you also. Please, our Navy, you move all over the world. Get vaccinated also, all of you. Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's have a look at the stories making headlines in today's daily newspapers. Namibian Sun reports that PDM and AR's 11-hour announcement yesterday that they will abstain from council election means a majority group of 8 councillors from various formations, including the ruling party SWAPO, has more voting power than the 7 councillors controlling the management committee and mayoral office of Windhoek. Republican reports that the alleged mastermind behind the charcoal syndicate apparently lives in Ocho, even manages the syndicate from prison, uses various bank accounts, and apparently falsifies numerous documents. The Allgemeine Zeitung reports that the outgoing mayor of Windhoek, Joban Panda, who has been increasingly accused of wanting to govern the city alone in recent months and not as part of the council, had to give way to the newly elected mayor, Sade Gawanas, of the LPM party yesterday. The Namibian reports about a 33-year-old woman from Gobabas who's been raped by different men throughout her life and how it feels to raise a child of rape. The New Era reports about how Sade Gawanas in 2019 took a huge gamble by resigning from her full-time airline hostess job at Air Namibia to pursue a political career. Gawanas was yesterday elected as the mayor of Windhoek. And on the inside pages of our country's newspapers, you'll be able to read up on the following stories. According to MarketWatch, the informal economy, amongst others, faces challenges such as police harassments, evictions of stock, confiscation, and lack of inclusion in decision-making. On page 3 of the Namibian Sun, it is reported that the Public Enterprise Minister, Leon Jooste, says government must adequately provide financial support to the Lederers Waterfront Development Company, LWDC, if it wants it to become financially independent. Moving on to Republican, which reports that about 8.3% of the Namibian population is HIV positive, with more than 93% of adults and 81% of children qualifying for antiretroviral treatment. The Allgemeine Zeitung reports that the Office of the Auditor General is still not allowed to enter military bases in Namibia and is therefore unable to verify that the Defense Ministry has correctly used its budget of 506 million Namibian dollars to purchase military equipment. The Namibian reports that NAS Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Andrew Nikongo, says the dates on which leaked examination papers will be written next year may affect the enrollment of pupils at the tertiary institution. In the New Era, it is reported that Health Minister Dr. Kalumbi Shangula says the past 2 years have presented unprecedented challenges on global healthcare systems, with prevailing the COVID-19 pandemic severely impacting HIV/AIDS responses. And with that, we have come to the end of today's show. Thank you so much for joining me here at NMH at 1. I will see you again tomorrow for the last show of the week. Until then, here is your weather update.